Well, hello, Gemini. I can tell you, this is Dawn Priolat. Let me start by saying that. And today I have your monthly Love Tarot consultation. And I can tell you this is a good one. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm also a Gemini, so I'm really kind of liking this. Anyway, let's get started. So for you today, I am going to start with the Rider-Waite Tarot, the cards that I've already laid out for you. So we're going to start with card number 1, which is Temperance, Higher Arcana. Very good card. And in this position, this represents what you bring into your relationships, or the relationship that you happen to be questioning right now. So you should have a particular relationship in mind for this reading. And temperance is what you bring into it, or the lesson that you have to bring into it as well. This is someone who is well balanced emotionally. If you look, this person has their feet in the water. They're grounded emotionally, is what I'm hearing. And you have learned how to balance things out, give and take with your emotions. You've learned how to, wow, they're saying let things out. Let it flow. Let your emotions flow, which is a natural way of being. So that's very, very nice, Gemini. Nice accomplishment. What your partner has to bring to the relationship. This is a very nice card too, because this is about, balance in a more practical manner, in a practical earthbound manner, financially. There's a lot more give and take. There's a lot more balance in the relationship. Maybe your partner is also more balanced and stable with money, which is always a good thing. And I just feel a lot more balance within the relationship. Like, it's not like in the past, maybe you had relationships where you felt like you were doing all the giving. And it's not going to be like that anymore. Which leads to the next cards, your emotional future in this relationship. The Seven of Swords in the reverse. And also, for more information, I picked a second card, and that was the Five of Pentacles, also in reverse. So when these two cards show up upright, Seven of Swords is the lying, sneaking, cheating card. And it's not really usually a very good card to see in your reading. And it sometimes means that you lie to yourself about a lot of things too, a lot of self-deception. Like maybe you put blinders on, there are things you choose not to look at. But the fact that it came up in reverse this time, I'm going to say this is actually a good thing. This is saying that, this is how it was in your past. But what I'm feeling is that no longer are you going to be able to deceive yourself the way that you used to do. No longer are you going to be able to, are you going to be in relationships where people are lying to you, cheating on you, hiding things from you. Because you've done a lot of work, Gemini. I know, I'm a Gemini, and I too have been doing a lot of spiritual work, really focusing on my connection with the divine and my natural intuition. And like, it's really, we're really up in our game at this time. And so this card as well, when it's in the upright, it's kind of showing, abandonment, feeling abandoned, feeling scarcity, possibly feeling left out in the cold. But the fact that it showed up in the reverse is telling me that, yeah, this was a thing of the past. This was the old shadow stuff, childhood stuff. But, you know, that's pretty much like a thing of the past. That's no longer going to be happening. That feeling abandoned stuff. You're taking full responsibility for your life now, Gemini, um, most of the time. Because remember, this is something that takes a lot of time. This is a process. So it's not like you get to a point and you just go, oh, okay, I take 100% of responsibility for my life 100% of the time. No, it doesn't work that way. Um, but as you develop further, more and more spiritually, um, you will start to take 100% of the responsibility for your life more and more as time goes on. So now, think of a question that you have about your current relationship and what, you know, what would you like to have answered for you? It could be a yes or no question, because the answer, the outcome, or the potential for the relationship is the Two of Staves. This is showing a possible decision in this relationship that may involve some travel. One of you may need to travel in order to continue the relationship, because one of you may be either traveling to another destination or having to go back to another destination, or you know, is living in another country. I mean, I'm actually feeling, because for a lot of you this is, and I know this applies to me personally, but you know, he's looking out over the water, over the ocean. He's holding the world in his hands, and he's got one stave behind him, and one stave he's holding on to and looking forward and out over to the ocean, like he's about ready to embark on a long journey. And so this is like the outcome. And so if if you were answering a yes no question, I would say the answer is a yes. And two other cards that I picked along with that. If you had another young man in your life, possibly a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, um, or a Leo, this one came up in the reverse, the Page of Wands. So I'm going to say this may refer to an actual person that you had in your life, maybe another person that you were dating, that you may have to, because it came up in the reverse, you may have to let this one go, at least for now. You know, you may stay in contact with him as friends, but you know, again, there is a decision to make. It's you're traveling over water, yes, but you're also, you know, this card also, my goodness, how do I get this in the camera? This card also speaks of making a decision. Choose, you know, in other words, choosing between two things. And it could be choosing between two people. And it looks like for you, Gemini, the Page of Wands may be the one that you're gonna, the choice that you are gonna have to let go of for right now. And oh, you know what? I forgot. I completely forgot. I apologize, but I completely forgot to go over the part of what your partner has to bring into this relationship. And so the first card I pulled was, this is your partner, what they're going to bring in emotionally, or what they're going to feel emotionally in relationship if they stay with you. And Five of Swords in reverse, this is like, you know, when it comes up upright, it's like a battle has taken place. But since it's coming up in the reverse, and especially with the cup that came up alongside of it, which is the Queen of Cups, I would say that this person is going to be much more stable emotionally, much going to have much less conflict, inner conflict, they're telling me, as far as mental conflict. And because the Queen of Cups is someone who's very emotionally balanced, and this card in this position is representing your partner, someone who's very emotionally balanced, very able to be vulnerable about their feelings, able to really wear their heart on their sleeve and be straight up with you emotionally. So these are really, really excellent cards. So, you know, this does show, Gemini, that you've done a lot of inner work, because you can't attract a partner like this until or unless you also have achieved a certain mental emotional stability. You would not be attracting somebody like that otherwise. And that's why, you know, the first card that came up, this is what you bring into the relationship. It's temperance, it's balance, emotional balance. And this is why you're attracting emotional balance. And that's wonderful. And so, as I said, in the final outcome, you know, there's like a choice to be made. There's a decision. It looks like some travel involved. And one or both of you may have to do some traveling. And also, the choice may involve letting go of someone that you were dating, because there may be more than one person you're dating. Good for you. Don't get attached to one person. But, you know, it looks like there is going to need to be, eventually, you're going to have to choose um, between, you know, at least two people. Choose the one that is really going to be the best partner. And the high priestess came up along with that. So you're really in tune psychically. You're very intuitive, very in tune, and you've been working on yourself, working on getting the mental emotional balance so that you can be more in tune to your intuition. Okay? And that's your outcome. And along with that, this really makes a lot of sense. Gemini's rock this month, really, because you got one of the best cards. The overall advice card, or overall vibration for this month is Bifrost. This is from the Viking deck. Bifrost Synthesis. Look at that wonderful card. And I'm going to read directly from the book what the book has to say about it, because it really is a beautiful card, and it shows a lot of spiritual growth. So you're going to love this. So Bifrost is number 32. There was one other sign that had this one too that I read for yesterday. So Bifrost represents the synthesis of all things. Synthesis helps us see the world as one unit and everyone on earth as one nation or people, regardless of skin color, culture, or customs. And what this means in your spread today is that you can rejoice, because it is an indication that your spiritual growth is moving forward, and one stage of it is merging with the next. So the next time you see the actual rainbow, take a close look at it. You'll notice that it's hard to tell where one color ends and the next one begins. Same often applies to your life. When you experience synthesis on your path of spiritual or personal growth, you are not always aware of it. You often feel you're at a standstill, not making much progress, and it's not until you look back that you realize how far you have gone. Bifrost expresses the importance of your learning to grow into compassion and love, and of your learning to stop separating yourself from those around you. One thing is to say something and another is to do it, but when you learn to walk your talk, then you're working from integrity. Bifrost also teaches you the importance of creating synthesis between the material and the spiritual worlds in your life. Your body is a manifestation of the divine in the material world, and when you travel to the spiritual world, you can journey along Bifrost. So, Gemini, that is a wonderful message for all of you. You are growing a lot spiritually. You may have times in that spiritual growth where you'll have those days where you just feel like crying all day. I know, I've been there recently. But that's what happens when you really clear and let go of all of the past stuff that you had to deal with, the betrayals, the hurt, the lack, and being, kind of stabbed in the back. You're letting all that stuff go now. So congratulations, Mabruk, Gemini. And so again, if you need further assistance, if you need a more specific reading, check the description box below and you can just click on the link. I have a special $22 reading this month. It is a 2-question reading and it will be delivered to you in the form of a video, kind of like this one, probably a bit more detailed. And so until next time, salam alaikum, ma salam, Gemini, and we'll see you next time.